Justin Hammer is a fictional character that has appeared in comic books published by Marvel Comics. As a frequent adversary of the superhero Iron Man, Hammer exists in Marvel's main shared universe, known as the Marvel Universe. As he explains in his first major appearance, Hammer is the reason why many of Iron Man's supervillain enemies have access to extremely advanced technology and why these foes use their equipment for violent crimes instead of profiting by bringing the designs to market. Hammer reveals that the villains are his underworld mercenaries, secretly armed and contractually obliged to fulfill missions against Hammer's competitors and enemies, such as Tony Stark. Publication history: Justin Hammer first appeared in Iron Man No. 120, and was created by David Michelinie, John Romita, Jr., and Bob Layton. Fictional character biography: Justin Hammer was born in Surrey, England and later became a citizen of Monaco. A rival of industrialist Tony Stark, multi-billionaire businessman Hammer later became a criminal financier using unethical methods. In exchange for 50% of the crime profits, he would pay bail for costumed criminals and finance the development and replacement of both their weaponry and equipment. In the event that a mercenary under his employ violated his contract, Hammer would send an enforcement unit to attack the rogue and confiscate his assigned equipment. At the start of the Demon in a Bottle storyline, Hammer invented a device called the hypersonic scan transmitter which allowed him to take control of Iron Man's armor. He tested this remote control affecting Iron Man's I-beam, ceiling plates, and boot jets. Angered that he had lost a lucrative bid to Stark International, he took control of Iron Man's armor and forced him to kill the Carnelian ambassador, and set an army of superhuman criminals against Iron Man. Ultimately, Tony Stark not only cleared his name and destroyed the control device, but finally learned that he has had a major enemy behind multiple attacks on his interests for years. With help from the supervillain force, Hammer next hijacked yachts to smuggle opium into the United States. They battled Iron Man and were defeated. When Stark lost his company to Obadiah Stane, Hammer left the destitute Stark to his own devices while continuing with his own enterprises. When Stark recovered and re-entered the business world with Stark Enterprises, Hammer sent the Adaptor to attack the new company as a way of welcoming Stark back. For a time, Hammer frequently hired the villain group known as the Death Squad in an attempt to kill both Tony Stark and Iron Man, but fired the group after they constantly failed. When Force later attempted to go straight, Hammer sent Beetle, Blacklash, and Blizzard 2 to retrieve Force, but they were defeated by Force with help from Iron Man and Jim Rhodes. During the Armor Wars storyline, Hammer had Tony Stark's Iron Man technology stolen by Spymaster and sold it to a number of superhumans who wore powered armor. Iron Man set about to disable the Stark-based technology in the suits in question, going so far as to also disable sanctioned technology in the armor of SHIELD's Mandroids and the Vault's Guardsmen, leading him into conflict with the Captain and his fellow Avengers. Hammer later sent the Rhino to break Blizzard out of prison. He sent his B-team to battle Ghost and Iron Man. Hammer redesigned Scorpion's tail and sent him to abduct General Musgrave. When Scorpion refused to complete his mission, Hammer sent Blacklash and the Rhino to retrieve the tail. Hammer later learned that Tony Stark had been shot, and ordered a batch of orchids to be sent to him with a card expressing condolences should he live. He sent Boomerang to raid a Stark Enterprises security office and hired Taskmaster to train the second Spymaster. Later, Hammer agreed to design a new costume for Rhino. He sent Rhino and Boomerang to battle Cardiac. With the Life Foundation, Recon Oil, Stane International, and the Brand Corporation, he abducted a number of superhuman beings to analyze their abilities. He also helped the first Sphinx to reclaim the Carstone. Years later, it was revealed that Hammer had obtained Stane International after the death of its chairman Obadiah Stane, causing problems for Tony Stark through his old company. With operatives of Hydra, Recon Oil, Murabushi International, and the International Commission, he tricked the Masters of Silence into attacking Stark Enterprises. Even when forced to sell his stock in Stane International to Stark for the sum of $1, Hammer had the last laugh when all the shady dealings and irresponsible, or even criminal actions of Stane International came back to bite Tony later. Hammer later sent Barrier, Blacklash, and Ringer to recruit Lewis Barrett to become the new Thunderbolt. The three villains were foiled by the Pantheon. Discovering that he had been diagnosed with an incurable cancer-like illness, Hammer resolved to destroy Tony Stark before he died. He infected Stark's bloodstream with mood-altering nanits that made Stark irrational and temperamental. In a final confrontation with Iron Man on Hammer's own space station, Hammer was accidentally frozen in a block of ice when the water he fell into leaked out into space and instantly froze and is currently lost in space. While observing his frozen body drifting in Earth's orbit, Iron Man reflected that his foe would now live forever. Justin is later revealed to be the father of Justine Hammer and the grandfather of Sasha Hammer. Powers and abilities: Justin Hammer is a normal, middle-aged man. He has a degree in commerce and business, and is an extremely efficient administrator with a genius-level intellect. He has access to various forms of advanced technology designed by his technicians. Other versions. Ultimate Marvel equals. In the Ultimate Universe, Justin Hammer first appeared in Ultimate Spider-Man number 16. His late father, Justin Hammer, Esser, was a head industrialist for his time, and now he, Justin Jr., is CEO of Hammer Industries and is from the south of the U.S. rather than from Britain. He was rivals with Norman Osborn and was Osborn Industries' main competitor. In an effort to surpass Osborn Industries, Hammer hired Osborn's top scientist Otto Octavius and paid him for inside information. When Otto Octavius was caught in a lab accident, he was grafted with 4 metal arms. He blamed Hammer for this, and sought him out for revenge. He attacked Hammer in his limo, and Hammer subsequently died from a heart attack. Justin Hammer has also been secretly funding superhuman testing, directly violating the Superhuman Test Ban Treaty. 2 of his more significant subjects were Electro and Sandman, both petty criminals who were given superhuman powers. He is also responsible for the tech changes made on his daughter Justine Hammer. In other media. Television. Justin Hammer appears as a villain in the animated series Iron Man, voiced by Tony Steedman and by Ephraim Zimbalist, Jr. In the series, he is a rival of Tony Stark and an ally of the Mandarin. A 21-year-old version of Justin Hammer appears in Iron Man, Armored Adventures, voiced by Michael Adamthwaite. He appears as one of the main antagonists of Season 2, the owner of Hammer Multinational, and the operator of the Titanium Man armor. Justin Hammer appears in Avengers Assemble, voiced by Jason Spisak. This version is similar to Sam Rockwell's portrayal from Iron Man 2. In the episode Super Adaptoid, he created the Super Adaptoid to successfully impress the Red Skull and MODOK by testing it on the Avengers. The Avengers managed to find a way to destroy Hammer's creation. Displeased at what happened, the Red Skull tells MODOK that Hammer has failed the audition while Super Adaptoid has passed the audition. In the episode Savage, Hammer leads a mining operation in the Savage land to harvest its vibranium so that he can get into the Cabal. He uses mind-controlled velociraptors with lasers on them to capture Captain America, Hawkeye and the Falcon when his operation is stumbled upon. When Hammer reports their capture, the Red Skull wants Hammer to have Tony Stark captured as well if he wants to gain a position as the Red Skull's right-hand man. With the help of a tribe of pacifist rock people, Stark is able to free the others and stop Hammer's mining operation. When the Red Skull calls Hammer during the attack, Hammer calls this a minor setback. After the Red Skull tells Hammer has failed and that their next meeting will be an unpleasant one, Hammer uses his Hammer Buster 3000 laser to attack the Avengers until Stark removes the charger from the laser. In the episode Exodus, Hammer's lab containing the proto-weapons is raided by MODOK and AIM. As the Avengers face off against Super Adaptoid. Following the battle, AIM retreats with some of the proto-weapons and Hammer asks the Avengers who will be paying for the damages. In the episode Crack in the System, Ultron takes control of the Dreadnoughts at a Hammer Industries facility while making an experimental battle armor form around Hammer. After the Dreadnoughts are destroyed, Hammer is removed from the armor as he vows that Stark will be hearing from his board of directors while threatening to buy Stark Industries. Film. Sam Rockwell portrays Justin Hammer in Iron Man 2. This version is closer to Iron Man in age, and is an American defense contractor and rival. Hammer is present when Stark is summoned to Congress to discuss selling the Iron Man armors. When Stark hacks the television screen to show everyone present different people's attempts at an armor, Hammer's company is among the attempts seen where the company's attempt at the armor didn't go well. After that footage was shown, Hammer comments that the man in the suit is still alive. In his quest to best Stark, he recruits Whiplash to build him armored suits after having Vanko sprung from prison. Hammer's company later assisted in turning James Rhodes's confiscated Iron Man armor into the War Machine armor. Hammer is later betrayed by Vanko and soon thereafter arrested by the police during Iron Man and War Machine's fight with Whiplash. Sam Rockwell reprises his role in the Marvel one-shot titled All Hail the King. Justin Hammer is seen as an inmate at Seagate Prison and is not impressed by Trevor Slattery. References. External links: Justin Hammer at Marvel.com, Justin Hammer at Marvel Wiki, Justin Hammer at Comic Vine.